Center jump. Start of the second half. Boston leading by 6, 66-60. Chamberlain controls the tap to Wally Jones. Wally without a field goal in the first half. Chet Walker. Beautiful maneuvering by Walker for that shot. Boston 66, Philadelphia 62. Sam Jones being guarded by Wally Jones. Into Bill Russell. Sam. Oh, you can't give Sam those shots. Not today anyway. Boston up by 6, 68-62. Sam Jones 21st point. Hal Greer into Chamberlain. Chamberlain forced to take that fadeaway jump today. Out to Havlicek. Whoa! Boston ball. Siegfried will take it out for Boston. Boston leading 68-62. Official time here.
Sam Jones looked like he got shook up on the last play, Chet.
Yeah, I see a trainer out there talking to Sam. There's Bill Russell, number 6 player coach, huddled around Sam Jones, number 24, and there's Siegfried 20. And there's the Boston trainer. Sam seems to be going over the bench now. Be a terrific blow for Boston if Sam is injured here. And Sam's coming out of the ball game. Sam with 21 points so far is replaced by K.C. Jones. Maybe we can check on that injury. There's Sam. As Sam is headed to the locker room, and that doesn't look too good. As Bailey Howell takes the ball in. Havlicek misses. Howell with the rebound. Out to Russell. Siegfried. Lucius Jackson with the rebound. Fouled by Havlicek. A backcourt foul. Havlicek's 3rd personal foul. And Lucius will go to the line. Lucius Jackson with 20 points so far and 7 rebounds.
Jackson shooting 2.
Chuck, we better keep an eye out for Sam Jones because that'll certainly be significant in this game today. Sam with 21 points so far is headed right at the present time. He's in the Boston dressing room. Jackson hits. Boston ahead by 5, 68-63. We're trying right now to get a report on exactly what's wrong with Sam Jones. Could be a crucial blow for the Celtics here if Sam wouldn't be able to get back in this ball game. Boston 68, Philadelphia 64. K.C. Jones to Bailey Howell, number 18. Havlicek to Bailey. Bailey foul by Wally Jones. That's Wally's 4th personal foul. There's Wally, number 24. Bailey Howell, 2 shots. Bailey with 7 points so far today. He'll try another.
Stay back now. Where your hit go? Stay back. Go ahead.
Boston up by 4. Wally Jones, Chet Walker. Beautiful block by Havlicek. Havlicek now on offense. Bailey Howell all alone. No good. Jackson again. What a game Lucius Jackson playing. Off to Wally Jones, number 24. Into the low post to Chamberlain. Offensive foul. Chet Walker, offensive foul. Havlicek all alone. And he scores. Philadelphia not ready on defense that time, and Havlicek just snuck down and got an easy 2 points. Boston now leading by 6, 70-64. Little lapse on the Philadelphia defense that time. Long pass into Chamberlain. Whoa, beautiful. Chamberlain with a dunk shot. Boston up by 4. Bailey Howell. Foul on Jackson. Howell go to the line. That's Lucius' second personal foul. He doesn't seem too happy about that. There you see in the background Alex Hannum, the coach of Philadelphia, up off the bench. Chamberlain getting into the argument now. Guess he doesn't understand that foul.
Chet, here comes Sam Jones, who's just come out of the locker room and is entering the game. Waiting for this foul shot.
Good by Bailey. There's Sam Jones back in the ball game replacing KC. Well, I guess Sam is all right. Boston now leading by 5. Bailey Howell. Bailey's 9th point, putting Boston up by 6 points, 72-66. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A must game for the Boston Celtics. Beautiful shot by Wally Jones. Beautiful hook shot by Wally. Boston leading by 4, 72-68. Wally's 7th point. Havlicek into Russell. Siegfried. Beautiful shot. Goaltending. Goaltending against Chamberlain. Basket good. 74-68, Boston. Wally Jones.
Chet, we just got the word from the dressing room that Sam Jones twisted the outside of his right ankle. Apparently not serious, though, because he's back in the game, as you pointed out.
Boston leading by 6 points. We're in the third quarter. Siegfried fouled by Greer. That's Greer's 4th personal foul. Now the Philadelphia backcourt is in trouble. Wally Jones with 4 personal fouls and Hal Greer with 4.
Even more trouble, Chet, because Alex Hannum only has 1 backcourt man on the bench. Larry Costello is hurt, Bill Melchioni is in the Army, and Matt Gukas is the only substitute backcourt man that's on the bench.
Well, Chuck, he could use Bob Weiss from Penn State. There is a possibility another rookie in the NBA this year. But Bob certainly hasn't had too much experience. This will be a tough ball game to get into right now. Boston up by 8, 76-68. Chamberlain taps it in. Great follow shot by Wilt Chamberlain. Boston up by 6. Havlicek. Russell, great rebound. Bailey Howell. Bailey fouled. Wally Jones. That foul was on Wally Jones. That's Wally's 5th personal foul. 1 more foul and Wally will be out of this game. I see Matt Gukas getting up off the bench for Philadelphia. He'll probably be in for Wally any minute. Here comes Gukas in. Wally Jones going out. Wally a tough day so far. 5 personal fouls. There's Gukas who replaced him. Number 14 for Philadelphia. Bailey Howell missed his first personal foul. 1 more shot. Boston leading by 6 points. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. No good. Matt Gukas, who replaced Wally Jones with the ball, number 14. Philadelphia backcourt in trouble now. Wally Jones, 5 fouls. Hal Greer, 4. Into Chamberlain. Chamberlain again underneath. Great shot by Chamberlain. Chamberlain's 12th point. Boston ahead by 4. Sam Jones. Lucius Jackson with the rebound.
That's Lucius Jackson's 11th rebound, Chad. He's doing a great job on scoring and rebounding.
Philadelphia may go a little more to Chamberlain now, Chuck, with Gukas replacing Wally Jones. Stolen by Havlicek. Havlicek, a 3-on-2 break to Bailey Howell. Beautiful shot by Bailey. Boston up by 6, 78-72. Lucius Jackson. Chet Walker, 25. Great jump shot. Walker, 4-point lead for the Celtics. Havlicek Goaltending again on Chamberlain. Goaltending on Chamberlain. Basket good by Havlicek. Havlicek's 17th point. Boston leading by 6 points, 80-74. Chet Walker, 25. Walker, short. Guka saved it, but to Russell. Boston really breaking now. Bailey Howell puts Boston ahead by 8 points. Boston crowd is going crazy here. There's timeout here at the Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. With the score, Boston 82, Philadelphia 74. There's a Celtic team now up by 8 points in the ball game. Led out by the player coach, Bill Russell. Here comes the Philadelphia team. The Philadelphia team now in a little trouble in the backcourt with Wally Jones on the bench at the present time, replaced by Matt Gukas, number 14, a rookie from St. Joe's. Wally's got 5 personal fouls. Hal Greer, who'll be taking the ball in right now for Philadelphia, has 4 personal fouls.
Third quarter shooting percentages, Chet. Boston 6 of 11 for 55%. Philly 6 of 12 for 50%.
Matt Gukas, 14, Philadelphia. Lucius Jackson. Stolen by Jones.
Chet, as you mentioned, Philadelphia is going to have trouble, and one of the things they've started to do, Boston started to do, is a full court press. Wally Jones was the man who beat this maneuver earlier in the season. He's on the bench.
Bill Russell. Offensive foul. Sam Jones. Sorry, that offensive foul was on Bailey Howell. Howell's 3rd personal foul. Hal Greer with the ball. Boston leading by 8 points. Into Chamberlain. Matt Gukas. Hal Greer. Greer hits. Boston 82, Philadelphia 76. Greer's 20th point. Lucius Jackson with the rebound. 4.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Chet Walker. Hal Greer missed. Siegfried with the ball. Sam Jones. Siegfried. Havlicek. Havlicek hits. Boston up by 8, 84-76. Into Chamberlain. Chamberlain misses. Siegfried. That's Sam Jones putting Boston up by 10 points, 86-76. Sam Jones, 23rd point. Matt Gukas. Chamberlain. Chet Walker. Basket is good by Chamberlain. A fantastic tap in by Wilt. Left-handed tap in by Wilt Chamberlain, cutting the Boston lead to 8 points, and Russell fouled Chamberlain on that play. Russell's 3rd personal foul. There's timeout here at the Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, with the score, Boston 86, Philadelphia 78. Chamberlain at the foul line. Good foul shot by Chamberlain. Boston leads by 7 points, 86-79. Good block. Matt Gukas all alone. Philadelphia now behind by 5 points, 86-81. Siegfried. 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bill Russell to the cutting Bailey Howell, a great shot. Good pass off by Russell. Boston leads by 7, 88-81. Walker, no good. Russell. Sam Jones, 24 for Boston. Sam lost it. The Philadelphia ball. Billy Cunningham, number 32. Stolen by Howell. Havlicek. Boston leading by 9 points, 90-81. Havlicek's 21st point. Into Chamberlain. Billy Cunningham. Stolen by Havlicek. Sam Jones missed it. Siegfried missed the follow-up. Philadelphia with the ball. Chet Walker. Good drive by Chet. Boston now leading 90-83. Havlicek missed it. Russell tried to tap it in. He's fouled by Billy Cunningham. That's Cunningham's 4th personal foul.
Chet, I'd like to talk a moment about John Havlicek, who has played the entire game. Normally not a starter, the 6th man. He has not been out of the game. He's scored 21 points. He's led their fast break. He's rebounded. He really has played an outstanding game for Boston today.
Here comes a rookie from Oregon, Jim Barnett, replacing Larry Siegfried. Barnett, there he is, a rookie from the University of Oregon, number 11, in the game for the Celtics. Russell misses the first shot. He'll have one more shot. Boston leading by 7 points, 90-83. Russell hits. Boston leads by 8, 91-83. There's a foul by Barnett, number 11. One shot for Hal Greer. That's Barnett's first personal foul and only Boston's 3rd team foul here in the 3rd quarter with 3.5 minutes remaining to play. Greer's 21st point. Boston leads 91-84. Blocked by Greer into Cunningham's hands. There's another foul by Jim Barnett, his 2nd. Greer again will go to the line.
Those are what they call strategy fouls, Chet. We have just slightly more than 2 minutes left. And when we're not inside the 2-minute period, therefore Boston can afford to give up 1 point to get 2.
Siegfried replaces Barnett. Greer misses. Sam Jones. Boston leading by 7 points, 91-84. Havlicek misses. Chet Walker. Basket is no good. Offensive foul on Chet Walker. That's Walker's 3rd personal foul. The basket's no good. Philadelphia rather unhappy about that one. There's Alex Hannum off the bench. 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Boston leading by 7 points. Officials timeout. Something was thrown on the court here. Underneath the... There you are. Referee Mendy Rudolph. Something thrown on the floor here. Quickly run down the scoring. Philadelphia, Jackson with 22, Greer with 21, Walker with 15, Chamberlain 14. Leading scorers for Boston, Sam Jones 23, Havlicek 21, Howell 15, Siegfried 17. Boston leading by 7 points, 91-84. Leading rebounders, Chamberlain with 14 rebounds, Lucius Jackson with 12, Russell, the leading Boston rebounder, with 15. Little housekeeping being done here at the Boston Garden. Back in play. Sam Jones to Havlicek. Bailey Howell, Siegfried. Russell with the rebound, blocked by Chamberlain. That's going to be a foul on Bailey Howell. All over Wilt on that play. That's Bailey Howell's 4th personal foul. As we said again, Wally Jones, who's been a bulwark for the Philadelphia team in the first 3 playoff games, right now sitting on a bench with 5 personal fouls. Boston leading by 7 points. Chamberlain to the foul line. Chamberlain so far, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Sat Sanders in the game, number 17, number 16 for Boston, replacing Howell. Wilt Chamberlain, most valuable player in the National Basketball Association this year. Siegfried, number 20. Sam Jones. Matt Gukas with the ball. 2-on-1 fast break to Greer. Beautiful driving layup by Howell, cutting Boston's lead to 5 points, 91-86. One minute remaining in the third quarter. Havlicek. Billy Cunningham. Hal Greer. Walker. Sanders with the rebound. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Sam Jones misses. Out of bounds. Philadelphia ball. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Cunningham fouled by Sanders. Cunningham going to the line. Boston leading 91-86. Penalty situation at Sanders' 4th personal foul. Boston now over the limit with team fouls. That's their 6th team foul. Cunningham to get 3 shots to make 2. Missed the first. Cunningham today only 2 points for Philadelphia. There's Wally Jones in the center of your screen. 5 personal fouls. Cunningham hits the second. Boston lead now 4 points. Boston lead now 3 points. Boston leading 91-88. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Boston looking for probably the last shot here. Havlicek. 10 seconds remaining. Sanders. No good. Havlicek. Blocked out of bounds. There's 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Boston leading 91-88. Boston Celtics leading the Philadelphia 76ers 91-88. Possibly the end of an era today for the Celtics. No team has ever lost 3 games, the first 3 games in a 7-game series in playoffs, and ever come back to win that playoff, Chuck.
That's true, Chet. As we said, era is the exact correct word that you used there. Boston has been the champion of the National Basketball Association since 1958, and they are certainly on the verge right now of extinction by this very powerful Philadelphia team.
We may see the start of another era, Chuck, with this Philadelphia team. Start of the fourth quarter. Havlicek, Havlicek hits. Boston up by 5 points, 93-88. Matt Gukas, number 14. Gukas looking for Chamberlain. Tough shot by Gukas. Sam Jones. Good block by Lucius Jackson. Matt Gukas all the way, missed the layup. Havlicek, Jones, 3-on-2, back to Havlicek. Beautiful block, Chamberlain. Beautiful block, Chamberlain. Two great plays by Wilt Chamberlain. 3-on-1 break now for Philadelphia. Greer hits. All made possible by Chamberlain on that play, Chuck. Two great blocks by Wilt Chamberlain.
Chamberlain and Jackson have been powerful under those boards.
Greer hit. That was his 25th point. Boston now leading 93-90. Siegfried misses. Foul on Cunningham. Foul on Cunningham. That's Cunningham's 5th personal foul. He's not happy about that one. Siegfried will get 2 shots.
Neither is Coach Alex Hannum happy
Alex
about
Hannum.
Chet.
Philadelphia in a little foul difficulty. As I said before, Wally Jones with 5. Now Billy Cunningham with 5. And Philadelphia, most of the playoffs, playing with 7 men. May have to dip into his bench very shortly. Boston lead 94-90. Siegfried at the line. Siegfried trying for his 19th point today. Misses. Boston up 94-90. Ten and a half minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of this do-or-die game for the Boston Celtics. Cunningham. Havlicek. Bailey Howell. Chamberlain with the rebound. That's going to be a blocking foul on Larry Siegfried. That'll be Siegfried's 4th personal foul. Hal Greer be going to the line. Philadelphia now down by only 4 points early in the 4th quarter. Hal Greer having had a great year and a great playoff series so far. Hits. Boston leads 94-91. Greer's 26th point. Bill Russell. A blocking foul on Gukas, number 14 of Philadelphia. That's Gukas' 1st personal foul and the team's 2nd. Sam Jones to the line. Sam with 23 points so far today.
Boston is only 6 of 14 foul shots, Chet, in the 2nd half. They've been shooting their fouls better. They've been well ahead by now.
Boston lead at 4 points, 95-91. Matt Gukas, number 14, looking for Chamberlain. Sam Jones with the rebound. Siegfried to Sam. Sam hits. Boston up by 6, 97-91. Is Hal Greer, number 15. Chamberlain. Billy Cunningham. No good. Russell with the rebound. Sam Jones. Lucius Jackson. Long pass to Cunningham. There's Chamberlain. No basket. No basket. Going to be a foul on Sam Jones before the shot. Chamberlain will be going to the foul line. That's Sam's. There's Sam. It's his third personal foul. Wilt Chamberlain. 15 points so far today for Wilt. Boston ahead 97-91. No good. Boston with the ball. Havlicek steals it. Siegfried. Havlicek hits for Boston. Boston up by 8 points, 99-91.
That was Havlicek's 25th point, Chet. He's played a great game today.
That's going to be a foul on Bill Russell holding Chamberlain. That's Russell's fourth personal foul. We played 3.5 minutes so far in the fourth quarter. Chamberlain to the foul line again. Chet Walker in the game. Chamberlain misses, gets his own rebound, no good. Chamberlain was over the line. Too fast on that play. Basket no good. Boston leading by 8 points. 99-91. Sam up the middle. Boston up by 10 points. Sam Jones, 28 points, puts Boston ahead 101-91. What a block by Russell. What a block by Bill Russell on Chamberlain's dunk shot. Incredible. Lucius Jackson, number 54. Kukas, 14. Foul by Siegfried. That's Siegfried's fifth personal foul. Quite a few Boston players now in foul trouble. Howell with 5 personal fouls. Russell with 4. Siegfried with 5. Matt Kukas shooting 1 for Boston. Boston leading 103-97. Havlicek. Offensive foul, Havlicek. Havlicek's 4th personal foul. Chet Walker seems to be hurt underneath the Philadelphia basket, and here comes Alex Hannum. There's Chet. Probably got an elbow in the face.
He's cut inside his mouth, Chet.
That's Chet Walker of Philadelphia. With approximately 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this Eastern Division playoff game, the Celtics leading 103-97. Chet Walker, you're looking at right now. So far in the game, Chet 15 points and 5 rebounds. He looks to be all right. It'll be Philadelphia ball. Boston ahead by 6. Now the comparison today, Bill Russell 7 points, 23 rebounds so far. Chamberlain 16 points and 18 rebounds. Kukas, Philadelphia. Oh, almost blocked by Russell, and the basket is then good, followed up by Chamberlain. Russell almost blocked that pass right into the basket, but Chamberlain followed it up, and now Boston's behind. Boston is leading Philadelphia 103-99. Chamberlain foul. Sam Jones back in the game, replacing Larry Siegfried.
Chet, I wouldn't be surprised to see Alex Hannum come back with Wally Jones soon. There's just not that much time remaining, and I think he'll want to get his high-scoring guard back into the game.
Wilt cuts the Boston lead to 3 points with 6 minutes remaining. 103 to 100. Sam Jones with the ball, number 24. Offensive foul on Russell. That's Russell's 5th personal foul. Boston now in foul trouble with Russell 5 personals, Bailey Howell 5 personals, and Siegfried with 5 personal fouls.
The full court press we talked about, Chet, paid off.
5-second call on Hal Greer. Didn't get that ball in time. It'll be Boston's ball. Sam Jones. Russell. Blocked by Chamberlain. A great block by Chamberlain. Here's Gukas on a break. Greer hits. It's 1 point. Boston 103, Philadelphia 102. Havlicek. Chamberlain with the rebound. Philadelphia now behind by 1 point. 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. A do-or-die game for Boston. They must win. Walker foul. That foul was on, I think, Bailey Howell, and that's Howell's 6th personal foul. That's Howell's 6th personal foul. He'll be out of the ball game. Bailey had 15 points today and 9 rebounds, replaced by Don Nelson. There goes Bailey out of the ball game. Chet Walker at the line for 2 shots, a chance to put Philadelphia ahead. Tie game, 103-103. 4:45 remaining. Nelson with the rebound. A tie ball game, 4:45 remaining. 103-103. Foul on Jackson. Lucius's 3rd personal foul. Havlicek going to the line.
Boy, Chet, has Philadelphia battled back. They have never led in this ball game. Boston ran off a quick string right at the top of the game, and Philadelphia has never led. Never even tied.
And they're doing it with the great Wally Jones, who's had such a fine series so far on the bench with 5 personal fouls. Matt Gukas has been doing a fine job, a rookie from St. Joe's. Fine job replacing Wally in the backcourt. Boston now back in the lead by 2 points, 105-103. Lucius Jackson to Hal Greer. Hal looking for Chamberlain. Chamberlain's got it. Back to Greer. Long shot by Greer was short, but it was lost underneath. It'll be Philadelphia's ball again.
4.5 minutes left in the game.
Philadelphia ball. Back to Greer. Short, Russell with the rebound. Havlicek. Boston leading by 2 points. Havlicek puts Boston up 107-103. Havlicek's 29th point. Chet Walker to Gukas. Chamberlain. Beautiful tap in by Lucius Jackson. Basket is good, and Lucius is fouled on that play. Great follow-up shot by Lucius Jackson, number 54 of Philadelphia. Fouled on the play. Boston leading 107-105. Foul was on Don Nelson. Philadelphia in the penalty situation. Excuse me, Chuck.
Just going to say that it's Jackson's best game in the playoff series by far. He really has carried Philadelphia today here. not only offensively, but off the defensive backboard.
Philadelphia in a penalty situation. Jackson hits. That's Jackson's 25th point, cutting the Boston lead to 1 point. Boston leading 107-106 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Chamberlain to Gukas. Gukas puts Philadelphia ahead, 108-107. 3.5 minutes remaining. Sam Jones, no good. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chet Walker to Greer. Gukas, the rookie from St. Joe, hits again. Philadelphia now up by 3 points, 110-107. Russell hits. 3 minutes remaining, 110-109. Boston must win this game to stay alive in the Eastern Division playoffs.
Boy, what poise by that Gukas, Chet. 2 baskets and right in a row in a tough situation like this.
2:45 remaining. Greer with the ball. Sam Jones with the rebound. To K.C. Jones. Nelson. What a ball game. Boston back in the lead. 111-110. 2.5 minutes remaining. What a ball game here. There's timeout here at the Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. With the score, Boston 111, Philadelphia 110.
It's Chuck Howard speaking for myself and Chet Forty, and there you see the story. Boston with the slimmest of margins, 1 point in a game they must have. They're down 3-0 in this best-of-7 series, and this may be the end of an era, the Boston era. They must win this game. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game.
Boston leading by 1 point, 111-110. A must game for the Boston Celtics. The winner, of course, Chuck, of the Eastern Division playoffs will face the winner of the Western Division playoffs. Right now, a series, of course, going on between the St. Louis Hawks and the San Francisco Warriors, standing at 2 games apiece.
Chet, to combat the muscle, the Philadelphia muscle of Chamberlain and Jackson under the boards, I noticed that Bill Russell has inserted Wayne Embry in the lineup in addition to himself, so the 2 of them are now in the game. First time that's happened in this game, and it's a very rare sight to see. Embry and Russell both in the game at the same time.
2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. Boston ahead, 111-110. Philadelphia will have possession. Chet Walker will take the ball in.
Tremendous tension here.
Hal Greer.
Russell is guarding Jackson, Chet.
Beautiful shot by Jackson, putting Philadelphia ahead by 1 point, 112-111. Jackson's 27th point. 2 minutes remaining. Sam Jones. Siegfried gets it. Havlicek. Havlicek hits. Boston back in the lead, 113-112. A minute and 45 seconds remaining.
That was Havlicek's 31st point, Chet. He's too much.
Chet Walker on a drive. Walker's foul. Foul on Embry. Philadelphia's in the penalty situation.
1 minute, 40 seconds left.
He'll get 3 shots,
game.
Walker. Walker will get 3 shots to make 2. That ties the ball game up, 113-113. Walker hits it. Philadelphia's in the lead, 114-113. A minute and a half remaining. Siegfried. Bill Russell. Siegfried all alone. Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass to Embry. Boston leads by 1. Minute and 15 seconds remaining. Boston Celtics up by 1 point, 115 to 114. Matt Gukas. Lucius Jackson. Jackson again. Chamberlain. Out of bounds. It's going to be Philadelphia ball. Off Sam Jones' leg. 1 minute remaining. Boston leading by 1 point. 115, 114. Alex Hannum's calling for a timeout for Philadelphia. There's timeout here at the Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, with the score Boston 115, Philadelphia 114. We're back at the Boston Garden with 1 minute remaining in this fourth game of a 7-game series for the Eastern Division Playoff Championship. Philadelphia leading 3-0. Boston is leading 115 to 114. Alex Hannum has called over referee Richie Powers. I don't seem to know what the problem is over there.
Somebody threw something, Chet, that is completely out of the ordinary. I really don't know what it is myself, but it's not an orange or a peanut. They called him over to show how dangerous it was. I believe it was a firecracker that had been lit, thrown, and the fuse went out before the firecracker actually went off.
Boston leading by 1 point. 1 minute remaining. 115 to 114. Quickly, the scoring for Boston so far. Havlicek 31, Sam Jones 28, Siegfried 18. For Philadelphia, Jackson 27, Greer 28, Chamberlain 20, Walker 18.
Hard to really imagine, Chet, or to put into words what must be going through a man like Bill Russell's mind. For years, he's been the hub of this successful team, his first year as a coach, and now he stands 1 minute away in a 1-point ball game from his team being ousted from the playoffs.
Matt Gukas will bring it in. Walker. Blocked by Russell. Jackson got that rebound, but he was out of bounds. It'll be Boston ball.
This is a key one, Chad. If Boston can get a hoop right now and go up by 3, they'll be in good shape.
50 seconds remaining. Bill Russell, Siegfried. 115, 114. Boston leading by 1 point. Havlicek. Embry. Sam Jones gets it. 30 seconds remaining. Boston leading by 1 point. Sam hits it. Big bucket by Sam Jones, putting Boston ahead by 3 points. Jackson lost it. Sam Jones. Foul by Gukas. Little fight going on there. Everybody's on the court. Here we go. Everybody's on the court. Chamberlain in the middle right there, trying to separate Sam Jones from Gukas. Actually a good foul on Gukas' part. Sam would have had an easy layup.
Very intelligent play by Gukas, Chad.
Boston leading 117, 114. It's going to be a while before we get all these people off the court. 20 seconds remaining. Boston leading by 3 points. Russell and Chamberlain, you see there. Chamberlain trying to act the role of a peacemaker here.
There's never been any love lost between these two teams anyway, Chet. There's no reason why it should start right now.
Well, it looks like there'll be a 5th game, and there he is, Sam Jones. Hit the key basket. That was Sam's 30th point. And then stole a pass and was fouled.
Sam and Havlicek have done the job for him, Chet.
They needed the big game from Sam today, and they got it.
He's hit 13 out of 25 shots, Chet, from the floor, more than 50%. That's the shooting they didn't have in those first 3 games.
117 to 114. 15 seconds remaining. Sam Jones to the foul line. Chuck, if there's any possibility of a 7th game in this series, We may bring it to the public on Friday night if it does go 7 games. But right now, Boston trying to win their first game in this series. Boston by 4. 15 seconds remaining. Boston by 5. 15 seconds remaining. Looks like there'll be a 5th game in this series, and that'll be in Philadelphia on Tuesday night. If there's a 6th game, that'll be in Boston on Wednesday. And then the possibility of a 7th game Friday night. And ABC television will try to bring that one to them if it goes 7 games. Right now, 15 seconds remaining. Boston ahead by 5 points. Gukas foul. Gukas foul by Siegfried.
That's Siegfried's 6th foul, Chet.
That's Siegfried's 6th. He's out of the ball game. Larry had 18 points today. Sam Jones back in the ball game for Boston. Chuck, we got to say this boy here, Matt Gukas, played a fine ball game today for Philadelphia, replacing Wally Jones.
Tremendous poise under this pressure, Chet.
Made a lot of key baskets today. Matt Gukas, number 14. Gukas scored all of his points in the second half. He's got 11 so far in the ball game. Boston now leading by 4 points, 119 to 115. Gukas will get another shot. 15 seconds remaining in the ball game. Good basket, great play. 119 to 117, 2 points. Russell, 10 seconds remaining. Russell's fouled by Chamberlain. Great play there by Gukas. Certainly set up by the Philadelphia coach, Alex Hannum. Great thinking on Alex's part. As long as he hits the backboard and the rim, Lucius Jackson barreled in there for the rebound, got it and scored. Now it's a 2-point margin for Boston with 10 seconds remaining. Bill Russell.
He'll have 3 chances, Chet, to make these 2.
Boy, it's not over yet. 119, 117. Three-point lead, 10 seconds to go. Beautiful block by Russell at the buzzer. And Boston has beaten Philadelphia 121 to 117.